The Rimac Nevera does 0 to 60 in 1.74 seconds. It's not fast, that's your organs lagging behind the rest of the car. And the wild part is, that's not even the craziest thing we're going to talk about today, because electric cars didn't just get quick, they completely broke the scale for what fast even means anymore. Now, there is a few different definitions of fastest electric car. So I like launches from a dead stop up to 60, though some prefer running a full quarter mile out of that. Then there's the granddaddy of them all, top speed, where honestly, if you flip the wing upside down, it might actually take off like an airplane. So instead of arguing over one number, we're gonna look at all of it. Because this video is not about practicality at all. This is just fun, pure, straight line EV insanity. So a 5-second rundown real quick on how any of this is even possible, because electric motors, they make full torque instantly. There's no spooling up a turbo, no climbing to the red line, no rowing through gears, none of it, right? Acceleration just never stops. Add on that each wheel can be controlled independently, which means they're putting down power perfectly from the get-go, and the limit ain't even horsepower anymore, it's just traction. And once you solve traction, you get this list. So we're gonna start with the bone stock production cars, and we'll use the Tesla Model S Plaid just to show how unhinged this stuff can get. This looks like a normal sedan, right? Yeah, 4 doors, reasonable trunk space, gives off big family car energy. And it does 0 to 60 in around 2 seconds. That's faster than most hypercars, faster than motorcycles, faster than your brain can process. And it keeps going from there, mid 9-second quarter miles, just ripping them off over and over again like it's nothing. Not too shabby, okay? But then we got Lucid. Lucid stepped in with something. Honestly, I think it's more of an affront to God and man. The Lucid Air Sapphire is a proper, full-size, full-body luxury sedan. Premium leather, an Alcantara trim steering wheel and roof lining, hot and cold massage seats. It just so happens to do 0 to 60 in about 2.2 seconds, and runs a full quarter mile in roughly 9 seconds flat at over 156 miles an hour. Both of those numbers are on pace with the Formula 1 car, with no weight shedding like at all. In fact, the curb weight on this comes in at like 5,300 pounds. It's just not right, man. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Aspark Owl. And this is when the numbers stop sounding incredible and just start sounding fake. There's a crazy video of it doing 0 to 60 back to 0 in a parking lot. And how fast did it get up to speed, you ask? Oh, just 1.72 seconds. Like, blink and it's gone. But of course, then there's Rimac. So I kind of lied to you at the top, because yes, the normal Rimac will do 0 to 60 in 1.74, but the top trim, the Nevera R, again, straight from the factory, that brings it down to 1.66 seconds. Those are real runs, verified, not a rollout trick, not a one-off hero pass. 0 to 100 is in under 3 seconds. I mean, I can't even conceive of that. Like, that's the time that it takes to unlock your phone and glance at the screen, right? Look back up, and you're breaking every speed limit in America. And all that on its way to a quarter mile in just 8.23. Okay, now let's leave the world of production vehicles. And as far as prototype cars, nothing outpaces the McMurtry Speirling, either in a straight line or around a corner. Why, you ask? Well, because it's got a fan system that can generate 2,000 pounds of downforce sitting still. It can literally drive upside down. I'm not kidding. Go check it out for yourself. As far as acceleration, well, I mean, with that, 0 to 60 comes in at like 1.4 seconds. It'll hit 100 at 2.63, 150 in 5 flat. I drive a Jetta, okay? It takes a good 5 seconds to get up to like 30 miles an hour. In the same time, this thing is nearly a quarter of the way to the speed of sound, and yet we're still not done. Because a couple of years ago, some nutcase college kids in Zurich wanted to push the limits of what is humanly possible, and came up with the AMZ Mythen. To be fair, it is a cart, not a full car, and it sure as hell ain't road legal. But in the span of just 12.3 meters, or a little over 40 feet, it went from 0 to 60. Now, how long did that take, you want to ask? Sub 1 second. Yes, I am serious. 0.95 seconds. I'll link the video in the comments. It looks like CGI. And what makes it especially unsettling is just how calm it is. There's no noise, no major buildup, nothing that would tell you that the laws of physics are being torn apart. It just kind of happens. Now I want to change directions just a little bit and look at the drag strip, because if 0 to 60 is about light and nimble, the quarter mile is all about raw power. There's no finesse, no feel. It's just how violently can you cover 1,320 feet? And for decades, this world belonged to the big V8s, the turbos the size of a big rig, NOS canisters, you know, the stuff that shakes the earth. Then EVs showed up and totally ruined the vibe, okay? We'll focus in on Ford here because they're not exactly what I'd call the poster child for EVs. And yet, about a year and a half ago, they hit the strip with the Super Cobra Jet 1800. It is a factory-built electric drag car, with no pretense of subtlety, but still a car. And it will cross the line at an unimaginable 7.7 seconds at 180 miles an hour. That's not theoretical, that's a real run, straight from the factory. Numbers like that used to be hallowed ground, right? Now it's something you can technically commute in. It's not even competing with other EVs, really. It's just lining up against proper professional drag racers. Now, if we do want to look at dragsters, we have to look toward the Godfather himself, Big Daddy Garlits. About a decade ago, he decided to build his own at nearly age 80, mind you, man's crazy. Now this thing, it doesn't have even the semblance of a car. There's no interior to speak of. It's a stack of batteries and motors. And what do you get when everything comes together? A quarter mile time of, and I can't believe I'm saying it, 7.27 seconds, crossing the line at 185.6 miles an hour. That's crazy, and that was over 10 years ago. If you're still holding out hope that this whole electric thing was just a phase, I don't know what to tell you. All right, we're finally getting to the king, top speed. Now, I know the title of this video is Fastest Electric Cars, but I could not leave the Voxan Wattman off this list because can you imagine the balls it takes to hit 292 miles an hour on a bike? That's faster than a Category 5 Hurricane, faster than some private planes. I'm serious. You're not just riding a motorcycle at that point, you're basically a human missile that happens to have a battery attached to your back. Back to cars. Let's start off with the fastest production car. Not fastest electric production car, fastest period. It's not the Rimac or the Aspark. We gotta look over at China for BYD's Yangwang U9 Extreme. A couple of months ago, with official tracking and numbers, this thing cleared a jaw-dropping 308.4 miles an hour, knocking off the Bugatti Chiron SS. Unofficially, the rumor is it actually can go a little bit higher than that. And to round out our list, we have a land speed record car. Of course we do. About a decade ago, some engineering students at the Ohio State University, yes, I remembered, worked with Venturi to build the Buckeye Bullet. There have been a few versions, but the Bullet 3 rocked up to Bonneville and flew by the radar gun at, ready for it, 358 miles an hour. And that is where the record stands today. And honestly, at this point, the cars aren't the weak link holding the record back from climbing even further. It's our frail, squishy bodies. Some of these launches are already flirting with G-forces that will mess with your vision and your balance. Like the AMZ Mythen, right? The sub-second 60 time, that's pushing 4 Gs. That's getting into blackout territory. And again, the cars aren't struggling at all. The motors are calm, the software is fine. So if you're wondering where the limit is, it's probably not in the drivetrain. It's in how much people are willing to tolerate before doctors start calling this a health risk. But judging by everything we've seen so far and just knowing how humans work, we are probably gonna keep finding out. So thanks so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed. It is nuts how far electric cars have come in such a short time. If you made it this far and you're enjoying this kind of content, liking it or subscribing, it makes a huge difference. I'm doing this purely for the love of all things automotive, and knowing y'all are having a good time is what keeps me motivated to keep going. So take care, everybody. I will see you in the next video.